Hello. So I'm uploading this instead of a Kiwami stream today because, quite frankly, just ran out of time, and I need to do this anyways because I was watching Elite Eight in the March Madness. It took me way longer to actually make food than I would have wanted. So yeah, but it works out anyways because I need to discuss this with March coming to an end and April coming up. Is two things to talk about. First being, as this picture indicates, I've got more classes coming up. Yay! Hopefully I'll actually finish my degree this time. But yeah, that's gonna take up the bulk of the next 3 months, but the bulk of my focus. Again, not gonna try to ignore streaming, but if push comes to shove and I'm not able to stream on a day because I need to work on homework, then now you know. But more importantly, actually, well, no, that's not more important because school is very important. But like secondly, uh, spring playoff season is upon us. We got what, like 2 weeks before NBA play-ins start, and I wanted to discuss what we were gonna do for those. Obviously, I can't actually stream all the games live because of the DMCA risk. In fact, like the first time that happened, or the only time that happened, that was during spring playoff season. It was during the championship series for the NBA. I don't want that happening again, so this is just as a reminder that any live games I do will only be recorded. So yeah, just a quick update on that. There was I'm still gonna try to stream as much as I can because I want my goal this year is to get at least a preview, either a preview, review, or live game of every single series, every single matchup at least once. That includes the first round, that includes both hockey and basketball. So yes, so last year what I did, okay, I, no, we'll go back a bit. When I first did this, which was the 2023 season, it was just whenever I felt like it. I wasn't trying to get everything. There were still games I wanted to watch, but I did get a decent chunk of the series that was going on. I at least was doing the little previews at the beginning of the streams. But there was also like some games where I just refused to like stream any sort of live games, it like Arkham Knight. I didn't do live scores. Well, if I did, I didn't have them on screen for the entire stream. 2024, I ended up showing every single live hockey game or hockey series, excuse me, at least once. 2025, I did every hockey series at least once, and then every basketball series since the second round. I did do NBA play-ins in 24 and 25, but this year's 26, and I want to show every series at least once. But there's gonna be a sacrifice in that it's gonna be impossible for me to show every series from the first day of the playoffs to the last day of the first round. So we're gonna have to do some reviews before then, and so because of that, I'm not showing NBA play-ins this year. Instead, on the days of the 7-8 playing games, whoever wins that game, I'll do a preview of their upcoming series. So that's gonna be so say for example, right now the 7-8 matchup in the East is I think it's Philadelphia 76ers and Charlotte Hornets. Actually, it would be in Philadelphia, so it would be Charlotte versus Philadelphia. Whoever wins that game becomes the 7 seed and would play Boston. Let's just say it's Philadelphia because they're at home and they would probably be favored. I would preview the On the first day I would preview the Philadelphia Boston series, and the next day I'll do the West, for example. Even though that day would be like the 9-10 games, I'd still preview the 7-2 series. And then probably Friday would be the first day I preview a hockey series. I think that would be Tuesday, Wednesday when I preview those games. Thursday would probably not have a series that I preview. And then Friday would be like the first hockey series I preview. Something along those lines. Now, this won't happen till the 14th of April. That is a Tuesday. That is the second full week of April, the third week in the month. And it's 3 weeks away from, or a little bit over 3 weeks away from where we are now. So, but then the last thing I want to say is, at this point, it's no secret that we're coming to the end of a couple of projects. That being, Metaphor is one stream away. I'm probably gonna do bonus. I no, I am gonna do bonus episodes where I do some grinding and then do the super bosses, but that's not gonna be for a while. And then, surprisingly, Metroid's actually close to finishing because we're in the phase of the game where we're collecting a bunch of items, collecting all of the like collectibles, and then we gotta build the robot parts to enter the final area. So those two projects are going to be focused on finishing, and there's going to be a couple new projects taking their place. I want at least 2 of each of those episodes before the play-ins begin, and I preview the 7-2 series. One of them is Arkham City. That's no question. I've been talking about that for a while, and I really want to get back to that. The Arkham City revisit. The other one I'll leave as a surprise, but I'll just say it's not Sparks of Hope like I announced. That's coming soon. It's just not coming after I finish Metroid. And it might it might end up starting during spring playoff season, but at the same time, I don't want it starting before spring playoff season because there's another project I want to prioritize first. And again, I'll leave that up to a surprise. Except I will say one thing about it, it's a sequel to a game that's already on the channel. Alright, with that, I'll leave you with this one last goodbye. Know what's coming up for the next month up ahead. Look forward to it. And I will see you all next time.